Some concerts are remembered because they sounded good. Others are remembered because something shifted in the air that night. For a few hours, the rules changed. Strangers moved as one. Music stopped being entertainment and became memory. These weren't just shows. They were moments when artists, audiences, and history collided, and nothing felt the same afterward. Based on legacy, cultural impact, and the connection between performer and crowd, these are the greatest live performances of all time.
It's been too long, I'm glad to be let loose from the news.
10. AC/DC at River Plate, 2009. Latin American crowds have a reputation for singing every word, for giving back as much energy as they're given, and they've earned it. When AC/DC took the stage at River Plate Stadium in Buenos Aires, it wasn't just a concert, it was a release. 60,000 voices shouting every lyric like it was personal, like the songs belonged to them as much as the band.
Okay, the hearse goes on down with that. I got 9 lives, good size.
Held at the legendary Monumental Stadium, this show captured something rare. A perfect feedback loop between band and audience. The louder AC/DC played, the louder the crowd became, until it felt less like a performance and more like a shared explosion of energy.
Thunderstruck! Come on!
Recorded and later released on DVD, River Plate stands as proof that sometimes the greatest part of a concert isn't the band on stage, it's the people in front of it.
Some came along, $100 to hold on.
9. Monterey Pop Festival. Before festivals were brands, before they were business, there was Monterey. Held in California in June 1967, the Monterey Pop Festival wasn't just a gathering, it was a declaration. Rock music was no longer underground. It had arrived, and it had something to say. This was where the world truly discovered Janis Joplin, delivering one of the most raw and unforgettable performances of her career with Big Brother and the Holding Company. It was also a stage shared by artists like Jimi Hendrix, The Who, and Jefferson Airplane, many of them on the brink of superstardom.
Oh, shucks, I love you.
Monterey didn't just showcase talent, it introduced a generation and changed the future of live music forever. Eight. Nirvana at Reading Festival, 1992. By 1992, Nirvana didn't need to prove anything, but chaos followed them anyway. Days before the Reading Festival, rumors spread that the band wouldn't even show up. Internally, things were fragile. According to Dave Grohl, the band had barely rehearsed after months apart. And then they walked on stage. What followed was a performance that felt dangerous in the best way. Unpredictable, sarcastic, and emotionally charged. Nirvana leaned into the tension instead of avoiding it, delivering a set that captured everything they represented: resistance to expectations, discomfort with fame, and absolute honesty. Reading 1992 wasn't just a peak, it was the sound of a band standing in the eye of its own storm, and somehow owning it. 7. Metallica in Moscow, 1991. In 1991, Russia was changing, and everyone could feel it. The Soviet Union was collapsing, censorship was loosening, and for the first time, Western bands were allowed to play freely. What followed was something no one could have predicted. More than 1 million people gathering in Moscow for the Monsters of Rock Festival. For years, this kind of music had been banned. Now it was unleashed. Metallica took the stage at the height of their power, riding the momentum of the Black Album. What they delivered wasn't just loud, it was overwhelming. The crowd moved like a single force, raw and unrestrained, releasing decades of repression through sound. This wasn't just a concert, it was a cultural rupture, and Metallica were right at the center of it.
So down to Brighton, I must have played them all, but I ain't seen nothing like him.
6. Isle of Wight Festival, The Who. By 1970, rock music had outgrown its innocence. The Isle of Wight Festival drew one of the largest crowds ever assembled at the time, featuring artists like Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix, The Doors, and The Who.
See right through your plastic man. I look all white,
A band already known for pushing limits. But this performance was different. The Who took the stage and played Tommy in its entirety.
to the naked eye, but it don't really happen now.
Stretching the boundaries of what a live rock show could be. It was long, demanding, and unapologetically ambitious. The sound of a band refusing to play small, even as the audience grew larger than anyone imagined possible.
He stands like a statue, becomes part of the machine.
At Isle of Wight, The Who didn't just perform songs. They proved rock could be epic.
Blue skies from pain. Can you tell it?
Number 5. Pink Floyd at Live Aid, 2005 reunion. Some performances matter not because of how long they last, but because of who's standing on stage. At Live Aid in 2005, Pink Floyd's classic lineup.
Don't be afraid to get.
Roger Waters, David Gilmour, Richard Wright, and Nick Mason reunited after more than 2 decades apart. Tensions hadn't fully healed. Expectations were cautious. They played just 4 songs, and for those minutes, time seemed to fold in on itself. There were no theatrics, no elaborate visuals, just music, history, and the weight of everything that had come before. It was emotional, restrained, and deeply human. The final time all 4 members would ever perform together. Sometimes the most powerful moments in music aren't about spectacle. They're about closure. Number 4. Led Zeppelin at Madison Square Garden, 1973. By 1973, Led Zeppelin weren't chasing greatness. They were defining it. Madison Square Garden was packed to the rafters, and the band was at the absolute peak of its powers. Robert Plant's voice still soared. Jimmy Page played with both precision and abandon, and the rhythm section of John Bonham and John Paul Jones moved like something unstoppable. This wasn't chaos, it was control. The performance was later immortalized in "The Song Remains the Same," not because it captured a perfect night, but because it captured a perfect era. Zeppelin on that stage sounded inevitable, like no other outcome was possible. Some bands rise, others arrive fully formed.
Not just anybody. You know I need.
Number 3. The Beatles at Shea Stadium, 1965.
You can't cry 'cause you'll never let me under.
Before this night, concerts were still manageable. Before this night, crowds listened. When the Beatles took the stage at Shea Stadium in 1965,
So many ways.
live music changed forever. More than 55,000 fans screamed so loudly that the band could barely hear themselves play. Girls fainted. Security lost control. The sound system simply couldn't keep up. And yet, none of that mattered.
You still monkey back to yourself under.
This wasn't about fidelity or precision. It was about scale. The moment when pop music became something massive, overwhelming, and unstoppable. Shea Stadium wasn't just a concert, it was the birth of the modern stadium show. After this, there was no going back. Number 2, Woodstock Festival. Woodstock wasn't planned to be legendary. It became legendary because people stayed. In August 1969, more than 400,000 people gathered in muddy fields for what turned into 3 days of exhaustion, rain, music, and shared belief. Food ran out, weather turned ugly, the infrastructure collapsed. But the music held. Artists came and went, but the moment that sealed Woodstock into history came at the end. When Jimi Hendrix stepped on stage Monday morning and reimagined the American national anthem through distortion and feedback. It wasn't a protest, it was a mirror. Woodstock became more than a festival, it became a symbol. Of hope, chaos, and a generation trying to understand itself through sound. Number 1, Queen at Live Aid, 1985. 20 minutes, that's all Queen had. Before stepping on stage at Wembley Stadium, their sound engineer famously ignored the volume limits placed on other acts, making sure Queen would hit harder than anyone else that day. From the first clap, the crowd was theirs. Freddie Mercury didn't just perform, he commanded. Every gesture, every call and response, every note turned a massive stadium into something intimate.
Time after time.
6 songs were enough to silence doubt, overshadow legends, and redefine what live performance could be. To this day, Queen at Live Aid isn't just remembered as a great concert. It's remembered as the standard. Live music doesn't live in recordings alone. It lives in the memories of the people who were there, and in the stories passed down by those who weren't. These performances didn't just sound incredible, they meant something. They marked moments when music became bigger than the stage it was played on. If one of these concerts stayed with you, or if there's another moment you believe belongs on this list, share it in the comments. And if you enjoy revisiting the performances that shaped music history, consider subscribing. There's always another story worth remembering. See you in the next one.